Hello guys, this is Mohammed055 and this is a Dominion game of me playing Caitlyn. As you can see on the opposing team we have an Orianna, a Vayne, a Lee Sin, a Twitch, a Master Yi, and I'm playing Caitlyn. We have an Ashe, an Annie, a Acolyte, and a Master Yi. Master Yi, hopefully we win. Acolyte versus Lee Sin, hopefully Acolyte wins. Annie versus Orianna, Annie wins. Ashe versus Twitch, Ashe wins. And Caitlyn versus Vayne, it depends on what items we have and what items that she has. But hopefully, Caitlyn should be able to pull off the win because she doesn't have HP, so that much HP I should say. So Vayne's silver bolts don't do that much damage, but they do take out a lot of damage. So let's see how this plays out. This is a live comm, and I hope that you enjoy this game. Okay, so right off the spawn, I'd like to buy a boots of speed and a pickaxe if I'm playing in Dominion. Let's start off with that. In Dominion, I usually don't buy any type of health pots because the game does go too fast for that to even matter. So health pots are kind of too iffy in Dominion. If you want them, sure. If not, then it doesn't really matter. They're not like in a classic where you buy boots and get a pair of or get one pot. Dominion is kind of iffy. So I start off with my if I'm playing classic, my Q, but in Dominion I get all three skills. I'm gonna rush mid and then go top. But let's go over the skills real fast. Q of Caitlyn's Q basically sends out a bullet type thing. You'll see me do it if you haven't seen me do it already, but you'll see me do it in a few seconds, I think. Oh, what do you call it? Yeah, see right now here, she just sends out this thing, and it does massive damage if you build your AD right, but it does go down for every unit it hits. So the first enemy will take lots of damage, and then so on and so forth. The damage will be reduced. Your W is that thing that I laid on the floor. It's called a trap. It's like a trap, a yodel snap trap, and what it does is you place it on the floor and it basically snares the enemy, does magic damage to them over 1.5 seconds right now, and also you have sight over them for the rest of that duration. Your E, basically you send a net and it propels you in the opposite direction of wherever you sent the net. So if you sent the net forward, you're going to go backwards. If you send it backwards, you're going to go forward. That's how it works. And what it does is it does damage to the opponent and it slows them. And then last, your R, basically, it's you can lock onto an enemy, and after a few seconds, I think it's 2, you'll fire. It's not the greatest of ultis, but it does get you some pretty good kills. And look at that Yi trying to backdoor. Such a noob. But I guess he did accomplish what he needed to do. And here I start. Caitlyn does have pretty good range, by the way, but let me get back to her R. Her R, basically what it does is that you can lock onto an enemy, and after a few seconds you do major damage. It's not that great, but it does get you some kills. Like if an enemy's running away, use it. Don't use it if the enemy's right in front of you, but unless you want to do major damage, because it does. If you build your AD right, it can do tons of damage. I get Ghost and Exhaust, not necessarily Flash, because if you're pro with Caitlyn, you can just use your E and jump over walls, but whatever fits your fancy. Ghost and Exhaust are what I get, and basically I build pickaxe, boots, and then I go to Infinity Edge. Infinity Edge. After Infinity Edge, I rush myself a Phantom Dancer. Then I build myself a lifesteal. I get the Vampiric Scepter. I don't get Sanguine Blade until late game, but I do build that Vampiric Scepter. Then I build Frozen Mallet for some survivability. Finish off that Vampiric Scepter. Get another Phantom Dancer. So far I have Infinity Edge, Phantom Dancer, Frozen Mallet, Sanguine Blade, and another Phantom Dancer. And then the last item just depends on what the situation calls for. Either I'll get a Black Cleaver, a Last Whisper, a another Sanguine Blade. It doesn't really matter. And this build goes the same for what do you call it, Classic. Just instead of Sanguine Blade, you know, you just trade out the Sanguine Blades for Bloodthirster, or I mean, you could even trade them out for what do you call it? What's the other thing? What do you call it? No, just forget about it. Yeah, you just turn them out for Bloodthirsters, and you're good there. And look at this, look at this, Yi being so pro, meditating while what's his face is attacking him, and I kill him. You know, so we get that. We're dominating right now. We have all 5 points, and they have none. Did you see that Vayne kill? Caitlyn does dish out tons of damage, and you just gotta know how to use her and when to spam her skills. She's more of like an I would say she's a better Ashe, but Ashe does give lots of utilities to the team. So if you don't have Ashe, then I don't know why you don't have Ashe. But if you don't have Ashe, Caitlyn is a very viable substitute. I level up my Q and then my W, and then last I level up my E. I'm not sure what I did this game, but that's what I usually go by. And then leveling up R whenever it comes up, you know, the usual. And that's about it. So right now we have all 5 points dominating. I do have my ulti up. The good thing about Kate's ulti is that if you don't fire it, the cooldown goes down to 5 seconds or 4 seconds, I think. And watch me rake this. What do you call it? Vayne. And then I'm gonna take this what's his face out, Twitch. And then if I'm lucky, I'll be no. I don't. Yeah, see. I was gonna do that, but Orianna got in my way. I exhausted her, but it wasn't the smartest thing to do because I did have low HP. This is the first time I've died all game, and I can just go back and buy an Infinity Edge right out. Let's see if Master Yi can get this kill. Hopefully he can, but he has Highlander on, so probably he's not gonna be able to reach him. Yeah, see. But here Master Yi goes in to help Aklai. Yeah, see, and he's got that. What do you call it? Lockdown on those two champions. Aklai bursts down Orianna like a boss. I'm rushing over to the other side, trying to help out, but as you can see, it's 157 to 127 and going down. We have 4 points. We're about to get the 5th one, I think. Hopefully we'll get the 5th one. I don't know. This is a live comm, so I am gonna rush this middle relic, and let's see where the game goes from there. My team is capturing their mid tower right now, and Orianna's coming out. My team has called GG, so hopefully we don't look like retards when if they do make an epic comeback. And trust me, they do happen. I've made one epic comeback too many. Well, I'll save that for a later date. Or if this game gets boring, I'll start rattling off that. But hopefully this game will end in a few short seconds because it's 162 to 120. Okay, well I'll just start rattling off that story. We were losing really bad, and then we made an epic comeback, and then it was like they had 2 more. They had 3 turns. We had 2, but we were gonna lose anyway because we had 2 turns. We had 2 points on our Nexus thing, but I ran all the way to this turn right now where we're fighting, and I captured it at the last second. We held them off until the end, and we won. But I guess this is the end of this gameplay. I hope you enjoyed. Please leave a rating, a like, and a comment. And here's the end score. I was number 1 and went 5-1-2.